Carrie Wilbings here in Hocking Hills, Ohio, a gateway to outdoor adventure. Let's go explore.
We're in the Hocking Hills today. One of the many things that we offer is rock climbing and rappelling. We have awesome scenery out here. As you can see behind me, we've got Big Springs Falls. So we start out with something smaller, like a 25-foot wall that's nice and flat. You can kind of learn to get your footing, learn how to hold the rope, how to maneuver down a rock. And then we add a little bit of height and maybe a little obstacle to it, something you kind of got to step over on your way down, just to kind of get you more in tune with what's going on and trusting all of our gear and the guides who are providing the service. But I've had a bunch of people say that they didn't want to, and after sitting down, talking, teaching them about just how safe our system is, and getting them to go over the edge, they not only did the first one, but then they do a bigger and a bigger and a bigger, and even come back and do a waterfall and then thank us at the end, because halfway down they're like, yeah, this is awesome! And it's just been a great experience for them, regardless of how afraid of heights you might be. If you can hike up the hill, you can do a rappelling trip with us. Come out to the Hocking Hills, it's a beautiful place. It might be a little bit smaller on the map, but it's definitely worth it.
A visit to Hocking Hills isn't complete without exploring Nature and Ash Cave, which is the largest recessed cave in the state, and this is the perfect place to do it. We walk along hemlocks and beech trees before the cave comes into all of its glory with an astonishing overhanging ledge and cave shelter. The horseshoe-shaped cave is 700 feet from end to end.
Number one attraction is Old Man's Cave. Not all caves are underground. Our caves are actually sandstone, so over the millennia, the tops have worn away so that they're open at the tops, which also means that we have lots of waterfalls and many different types of climate. We would love for everyone to come visit the Hocking Hills because we think it's good for you. It's good for your soul to reconnect. It's a beautiful place, and we just would, welcome everybody to come and experience this little slice of paradise.
After the hike, check out Hocking Hills Dining Lodge, a family-style restaurant right next to Old Man's Cave. Here, menu items are made from scratch with many ingredients sourced locally. Another way to experience the outdoors is through a living history presentation right here in the Hocking Hills State Forest.
My name is Ross Shaw. I'm a living history presenter with Hocking Hills Adventure Trek. We're in the Hocking Hills State Forest, just down the street from Conkle's Hollow, and you can see just beautiful area, a lot of pine forest around here, a lot of rock formations. It's simply a beautiful area. It's just a jewel of Southeast Ohio. And to get the presentations like this, to get the history from a different perspective. I'm of Shawnee descent, and with that background, I give presentations to represent our history, share some of the stories, both of history and morality stories, and to show the people are still here, still around, and we've lived together for all this time. We can keep living together and learn things from one another. I think that's a really important lesson for people to get.
A newer industry in Ohio is moonshine, and you can get a taste of it right here at Hocking Hills Moonshine.
Well, our moonshine is a locally made moonshine. It is made with water that comes from our family farm that's been flowing out of the ground for 150 years, and that's what gives it the specific taste, and it's one of the better moonshines on the market. Well, it's real simple. You just take corn, water, sugar, and yeast, and you mix it together and you let it ferment. And then you put it in some type of pot and you cook it off, and then you condense it down using a cooling barrel. And once it comes out of the cooling barrel, that's your product. That's raw whiskey. That's what people love. They're going back to those roots, to those days where not everything was owned by a corporation and investors. It's truly a family business. Come check us out because it's a good way to spend the day, learn a little bit about our family and learn a lot about the process. And they have a great product as well.
The other moonshine distillery in Hocking Hills is Straitsville Special Moonshine. On a visit, you can learn why New Straitsville was a prime moonshine territory during the height of Prohibition. Today, co-owners Doug Nutter and Bill Merkel use a century-old recipe to make the corn-based whiskey, where the special ingredient is in the spring water found near New Straitsville. Spectacular outdoors and adventure, living history, and Prohibition-era spirits. You can find it all right here in Hocking Hills. Visit exploreHockingHills.com to plan your trip.